Hi everyone, Tallara here, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. Here we are at the war table for what will probably be the final time in this playthrough, which is rather bittersweet to say. We just finished the DLC Jaws of Hakkon, of course, if you guys have been following along with the Let's Play so far, which means we have one final DLC
You've
left.
styled your hair that way for ages now, Leliana. Why don't we do something new with it? I'm used to the way it is. What about our commander? He does something with his hair already. Oh, it does look very nice today.
I don't.
You mean it just gets that way on its own?
Not entirely.
Okay, well, as I was feeling a little bit melancholy about the fact this was our final war table meeting, my advisors knew exactly what I needed and interrupted me with some funny hair banter, so there you are. Anyway, we are about to start our final DLC, which is right here. We need to attend the Exalted Council. You'll see right here in this red text a big warning. Beginning, the Exalted Council will lock off all other areas and plots and jump to 944 Dragon, 2 years after the death of Criphius. There is no going back from this point. So we're going to have a little bit of a time skip here. With Criphius dead and the threat of Fade Rifts and demons waning, both Orlais and Ferelden have begun to raise questions about the future of the Inquisition. Divine Victoria has promised to shield the Inquisition from political matters for as long as possible. Eventually, she plans to call the Exalted Council, a chance to determine the role and possibly the fate of the Inquisition. So, Josephine says, Divine Victoria will not call the Exalted Council until you are ready, Inquisitor. And I can't think of a better moment than the present. I'm ready. Let's do this, the final piece of content in Dragon Age Inquisition. Let's jump 2 years ahead and attend the Exalted Council. The Exalted Council will be held at the Winter Palace outside Halam Sharal, thanks to Divine Victoria's negotiation with the ambassadors. We are ready to depart at your convenience. Quite the procession. All of our Inquisition troops outside the Winter Palace.
Another bloody negotiation.
Smiles, everyone. We must be careful how we present ourselves.
Why did Divine Victoria call the Exalted Council? She's kept Orlais from bothering us for the last 2 years.
At increasing political cost, yes. She has done all she can, but the Exalted Council has become necessary. Orlais would control us. And based on their many marriage proposals, they have specific plans for you. Our real concern is Ferelden. They would see us disbanded entirely.
Inquisitor, it has been too long. I hope the years have been kind to you.
How have you been, Mother Giselle?
I spent last summer in Emprise de Lyon, distributing food sent from the Exalted Plains. The Dales are finally recovering.
Oh, that's great news. You stay busy.
Since Corypheus fell, I think you may have spent more time traveling than I have.
It keeps me out of trouble, your worship. I should mention that your forces at Suladin Keep were of great help. Please give my compliments to Baron Deschedin. Divine Victoria asked me to greet you on her behalf. She is currently attending to the Ferelden ambassador's concerns.
You mean Liliana?
You can probably just call her Liliana in private conversation.
You can, Inquisitor. I prefer to use her divine name. Our last divine once joked about why I insisted upon calling her Justinia. She called it my way of reassuring her that I had not completely forgotten who was in charge.
How has she done so far?
How do you think Divine Victoria has done these last 2 years?
It is hardly for me to say, Inquisitor.
With respect, that's never stopped you before, Mother Giselle.
Victoria is proving to be a woman that few dare to disagree with. She has already won concessions for the Inquisition. You are fortunate to have her support.
What Liliana wants, she usually gets. Alright, I'll go find her.
I'll speak to Divine Victoria.
I believe she would appreciate that, Your Worship. The Divine sees the good that you can do and have done. Duke Cyril will wish to greet you on behalf of Olay. I believe he is currently speaking with the Tevinter ambassador. Many of your friends have returned as well. I hope you have a chance to speak with them before the Exalted Council begins.
I'll make it a point to. First of all, there's a Tevinter ambassador here?
The Imperium sent an ambassador?
Yes, Your Worship. Dorian Pavas has taken the chance to return from Tevinter.
Oh, amazing!
It will be good to see him again. I owe him my apology. I allowed my distrust of Tevinter to cloud my judgment. He took a great risk coming to help us, and deserved better treatment.
You're going to apologize? To Dorian?
I have little patience for those who cannot admit they were wrong, Your Worship. Myself included. I will have to make my apologies somewhere public. He will want an audience for his reaction.
I love that. She's good. I'm glad she's taken it upon herself to make an apology. Now, you said old friends. Which ones in particular?
Who has returned for the Exalted Council?
Your dwarven friend, Master Tetras, for one. I understand he spent much of the last few years in Kirkwall. I believe Sir Blackwall has returned as well, although he now uses the name Tom Ranier. Enjoy time with them while you can, Your Worship. I doubt you will have the chance once the Exalted Council is underway.
Got it.
Thank you, Mother Giselle.
Your Worship, a final question, if I may. This Exalted Council, Ferelden would have the Inquisition disband. Olay sees its power as another feather in a chevalier's helmet. What do you wish to do with the Inquisition?
Loaded question. I mean, I don't think we're going anywhere. Like, yes, we defeated Crufius, but there's still demons and monsters around. There's still people who need help outside of, you know, political structure. I don't think we're going anywhere.
The Inquisition still has work to do. We can't let someone's fear push us into disbanding.
Then I wish you luck in the negotiations to come. Maker watch over you, Inquisitor. I will not keep you any longer.
Alright, so we get a chance to ourselves now to walk around a little bit. This place is familiar, of course. This is where we attended and stopped the assassination plot against Celine. And it looks like some of our friends should be around here, apparently, and ambassadors and such. Let's take this time to go around and potentially catch up with some old friends. It looks like a beautiful day here at the Winter Palace. A good day to catch up. First up, we got Josephine here.
It's been quite a day so far, has it not? I've been speaking with representatives from everywhere.
Have they given you trouble?
Not at all. It is quite alarming. It means they are all saving themselves up for later. Would you walk with me? I should like to take some air before the Exalted Council becomes inescapable. The palace has been most accommodating. We are, after all, here at their insistence, but the ministers may... No. No more talk of the council. This meeting was to spend time with you in a more relaxed fashion.
But you're still planning.
Then why can I still see those wheels turning in your head?
Work carries a certain momentum. The truth is, there is a small entertainment happening tonight, to which I may be able to find a pair of invitations.
You'd like me to go with you?
Very much so. In all the years you worked with Orlais, you had so little time to enjoy its culture.
I mean, it's a good point, I guess.
Perhaps you're right. These meetings and talks don't allow for much leisure time.
And then back to Skyhold without a moment's pause to take in where we are. With all that's been happening, I promised myself a single evening out. I'd very much like to go with a friend.
Doing what exactly?
And what is this small entertainment?
Something to ease our minds. I would very much like to surprise you with the details.
Sure, I'd love to go with you.
Thank you for thinking of me. I'd be delighted to attend.
Splendid. I will arrange things at once. The past years have been so busy. We have earned at least a few moments of rest.
A calm night out sounds...
Oh, bravo! Bravo!
What just happened?
Was the woman in gold playing a king? Who was the man in feathers?
Oh, it's all very simple. The first actor's mask is determined by... well, I will lend you the program guide. But tell me, did you enjoy the performance?
It was amazing.
That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Truly.
That part with the glittery... Oh, and they actually set fire to... Oh, yes, I truly enjoyed it.
Man, I wish we could have got to
Then
see
I
this
call
performance.
tonight a great success. Oh, look! The encore signal!
Wow. I don't know if that was necessarily a relaxing night out. By the looks of my Inquisitor's face, I was stunned for words at some points, but either way, I wish we could have seen it, but at the same time, it was kind of funnier that we didn't. It was nice to spend some time with Josephine. Looks like she had a blast. I experienced some Orlesian culture, fireworks and masks and lots of different stuff. Alright, no one up here, so let's head down and see who else we can find. Ah, I see a familiar face. Hello, Sir Varric.
The Prince of Starkhaven wrote to you again.
Of course he did. Just put that one in the pile with letters from the Merchants Guild.
And the captain of the city guard had a very colorful message for me to deliver to you as well.
Inquisitor! Andraste's ass, am I ever glad to see you.
Am I interrupting?
Am I interrupting something important?
Yes.
Which is perfect, because Bran here needed a break. This is Bran Caven. Until recently, he was the Viscount...
Provisional Viscount.
of Kirkwall.
And he's delivering your mail?
So why is he here with messages from the Merchants Guild?
I have resumed my post as Seneschal now that Master Tethras has been elected Viscount.
What?
You're the Viscount of Kirkwall now?
Well, it seems the two of you have a great deal to discuss. Why don't I just leave you to it?
He seems pretty
So,
salty
it
about the
turns out
situation.
you fund enough reconstruction efforts in a city-state, the nobles give you the worst job they can think of.
Viscount, I can't believe it.
I might need to sit down. You're the ruler of Kirkwall now? All of it?
That's not that big a deal. I have a really pointy crown that I wouldn't be caught dead wearing, but that's it. They voted me in because I got the harbor and businesses up and running again. They want shit fixed, and I can do that. Anyway, I was hoping I'd catch you before the summit got underway. I got you a sort of present. It's official recognition of your title and holdings in Kirkwall. Congratulations. You're a Comtesse now.
You can't actually do that without...
Too late. Already did it. Also, your mercenary company, the Valokas. They work for Kirkwall now. I just know my guard captain will love the Shokrakar.
Guard Captain Aveline has been to my office 11 times in the last week to complain.
You were leaving us to talk, remember?
This is amazing. I don't know what to say.
This is possibly too much, Varric. I don't know what to say.
That's nothing. Practically nothing. Don't mention it. Oh, that reminds me. It's the key to the city.
What?
You can't give that away without approval from the council and a special ceremony.
It's just symbolic anyway.
It controls one of the giant chain nets in the harbor.
Really? It's so much better than I thought.
Can I try it out?
This operates those giant chains. Can I try it?
No.
I don't know how this council thing is going to end for the Inquisition. But whatever gets decided, you've got a place lined up in Kirkwall if you want it. Also, control of the harbor, I guess. Anyway, you should meet with the diplomats. And we'll get in a game of Wicked Grace before I go back, though, right?
I wouldn't miss it.
Don't bet any public buildings this time.
Wow, that was absolutely amazing for so many different ways. First of all, I cannot believe Varric is the Viscount of Kirkwall, the one in control. Now he's gifting me keys to the city and land, and that is absolutely amazing. Varric is... Obviously, Varric deserves it. I love Varric so much, but that was just hilarious. I absolutely loved that conversation right there. Well, we'll definitely have to make a visit to Kirkwall whenever we can to try out our new key. Let's see who else we can find around here. We got something here. Half-finished poem. Skin like gauze across the sky, I sigh and fall in evening's lakes, the pools of which deep as your eyes, and eyes of which pierce like wakes, strakes, heartaches, cakes. Make her, I hope my lady's patient. There's something hidden here. What is this? A bone? Expensive dog treats. Fancy-shaped dog treats baked in a mold. Fancy scrollwork and happy-looking dogs adorn the sides. Smells faintly of ham and excess. Okay. If we find a dog, we've certainly got a fancy treat for them. Hey, Cole!
Inquisitor, I see you have time for afternoon refreshments.
Did you know that a merchant in the courtyard is selling gemstones the same color as your eyes?
What an odd thing to say. I must see this for myself.
What was that for?
Did you want the table?
I still don't understand Orlesians and their masks, but it makes him happy. And I needed the table.
For breadcrumbs?
Birds like breadcrumbs.
Oh, Cole, good day. I didn't see you there.
But I saw you, as lovely as your songs.
So, you... Huh.
The world has ample pain, Inquisitor. The kindness found in Cole is rare indeed.
Her songs bring happiness to those who hear, and I can make her happy in return.
Well then, carry on.
Wow, that was a short and sweet interaction. The Inquisitor, well then, carry on. I love it. Wow, Cole is really finding his humanity. He's in a relationship now. Good for him. Still the same old Cole as we saw with the birds and the breadcrumbs and the weird gemstone thing, but that's such a nice development. I hope they're happy together. That's lovely. We got here on this table I can read. The Gilded Horns drink menu. They've got something called the Golden Nug, the Hissing Drake, Benediction, the Emerald Valley, a Night of Shame, wow, and the Randy Dowager. Very fancy menu. Hey, and look who we got in the bar. It's Sarah.
Inquisitor Herald. Glad to be back, though. Whatever it is this lot have shoved up their sleeves. Just right up in there.
That's it? It's been some time.
Well, we don't know what's what, so what's there to go on about? It's Inquisition business, innit? That's all we are. Maybe sort out how they want to mess with us. Then there'll be something to talk about.
Okay. Short and sweet catch up with Sarah. Is this her note? Sarah's past and now things. Lost another book. Stop leaving them places. Below are journal entries by Sarah. Also several sketches of Skyhold with impeccable cross-hatching. Moving again. Less stuff, more things. People thing. Too many Val somethings. Name less stupid Orlais. Last Jenny checked in. Wasn't worried. Drawing of a gloved fist holding an odd symbol smashing against the face of a chevalier. The symbol is red and smells of strawberry. Traveling again and again. Been here before. We're everywhere. Back to the Winter Palace? Never good. Pack bees. Bet Varric we're in trouble. Scratched out. Varric won't take a sucker bet. In for 10 with Cullen. Everyone looks old and tired and fat. Oh, Sarah, always straight to the point. Find who shrunk my Skyhold clothes. Scratched out. Piss. Don't say the Inquisitor's hand looks bad. Looks very bad. Chargers in the palace. No one will be sleeping. Rainy air hugs harder than Blackwall. Still Beardy. Josie is best here. Sandra needs to punch something or she'll explode. Everyone? They never call in everyone. Liliana knows something. Knew it. Inquisition is in trouble. That was a great summary of all of Sarah's thoughts. And oh, look who we have sitting at the bar. It is our favorite guy, Iron Bull.
Your Worship, I'm glad you're
Oh,
here.
hey, you're here too.
Listen, I need you to keep the Chief distracted while we sneak this dragon skull
Whoa.
through the room behind him.
What?
Wait, what?
It's for his birthday.
Do Kunari even have birthdays?
All right, here he comes. Just keep him talking. He loves talking.
Kadan, made time for a drink.
So, sex toys?
You know, I've been asking around about new equipment for us. There's a merchant in Val Royeaux who sells these silver rods with little cuffs that work like stocks.
I prefer rope work myself. Knots are easier to adjust and more intimate. But if it's stocks you want, you're worth it. Maybe the merchant will throw in some clamps too.
Wow. Oh my god. I think my plan is working. I haven't seen a rift in ages.
It's good to see that the Veil has largely healed, now that most of the major rifts are closed. You might think otherwise, but the Veil isn't technically a physical barrier. It's more like a magical vibration that repels the Fade.
He's just being polite right now while I talk about that. It's quite the topic jump from the first topic to the next topic. Whoa, what is going back there? Okay. Isn't Orlesian history grand?
It's fascinating to see the remnants of Syrian culture here. Most of it was deliberately erased during Orlesian unification, under the reign of Mafarath's son, Isarath.
He's gotten decidedly less interested since the first topic. This has got to be the slowest execution ever. Okay, last topic. I just love Ferelden politics.
Did you know that Ferelden has its own names for lords? The country is divided into Ternirs, governed by Terns. Inside those are cities and Arlings, ruled by Arls. And then there's the Benorn. It's a large area of countryside, ruled by multiple bands.
Good to know.
Bull is so disinterested with me right now. Are you guys done? I am out of topics. I've talked about literally everything. Okay, I give up.
I'm sorry. I can't do this.
Sure you can. They must have that thing almost across the room by now, right?
He knew!
Ben Hasrap. Remember?
Surprise! Happy birthday, Chief!
Oh, you guys. You got me.
Wow, that was really funny. Alright, Bull got his birthday gift. We talked about all manner of topics. I don't know if he has any additional dialogue for us.
Hey, Kadan.
Just hey. Okay. Well, that was lovely. So far, all of these interactions with my companions have been 10 out of 10. They've all been honestly hilarious. I love it. Who are you? Charter.
Well met, your worship.
Well met. Oh, there's a book in here. Conduct Becoming the Inquisition. To all members of the Inquisition. It has come to my attention that I must remind everyone of the type of behavior expected from us during this exalted council. It is natural to wish to hold our heads high, but remember that we are guests of the imperial court. It is upon us to behave with good grace, propriety, and restraint. If you are unsure of how to address someone of gentle birth, my lord or my lady will suffice. If you are fearful that you have overstepped an unknown protocol, speak with your commanders. If they are not available, seek me out. Over-imbibing is strongly discouraged at all times. If you are steered into an argument about the Inquisition's politics, politely excuse yourself as quickly as possible. Please do not engage in these debates. All else fails, trust sense and common courtesy to guide your actions. Sincerely, Lady Montelier. Good old Josephine, writing the how-to guide. Also got activity in the Winter Palace. Charter's notes are an encryption she developed with Liliana over the last couple of years. Oh, Charter is one of Liliana's spies. I got you. CM's intentions seem sincere. Agent in place at party tonight where CM is intending. VP left notes at dropped, as promised. Servant in green livery seen leaving guest wing of palace at odd hours. Possible tryst? Madame LV's second cousin is a bard and employee of Duke WM. Lord WG plans to meet Lady GD tonight. Neither of their spouses know. Lord RW plans to meet Lady SR tonight. Their spouses do know. Lord RW's wife encouraged RW to step out with SR, so she could have some peace and quiet to herself. Well, there you go, guys. We got all the drama. Everything. Alright, we got a little storage there. We've also got another book. Iron Bull and the Last Few Years. Thank you for sending the Chargers to assist in dealing with the demons attacking Montfort. Their assistance was most appreciated and many lives were saved. The Iron Bull and his Chargers have prevented another civil war from sweeping across Orlais with their efforts in Perindale. The Iron Bull in particular defeated the would-be usurper in combat. We must protest the action of the Bull's Chargers in South Reach. While the presence of demons and Templars corrupted by red lyrium is undisputed, the necessity of your dwarven miner collapsing the better part of a mountain on the enemy forces was hardly necessary. The Bull's Chargers were of great assistance in driving back the demons that attacked the shores of Lake Calenhad. The elf who calls herself Dalish was particularly helpful, and I look forward to her promised explanation of how Dalish archery techniques can create walls of ice or dispel magical barriers. These are excerpts from letters of thanks relating to the activities undertaken by Bull's Chargers over the past 2 years. Sorry, lords and ladies, according to our source in Skyhold, this bull still only has a single rider, the Inquisition herself. For anyone feeling horny or wanting to sit in the saddle, you'll have to steer yourself in some other direction as quickly as your calves can carry you, because our favorite Kunari mercenary isn't romanceable by you. That is the least tawdry excerpt from the gossip page of Masked Murmurs Monthly. Wow. Good to know we've made the tabloids, and good to know Bull and the Chargers have been out helping around. Another dog treat. Alright. And hey, it's Cassandra.
Oh.
Is everything all right?
Yes. Well, I wanted to speak with you, and now you're here.
Should I not be here?
Should I leave and come back later so you can try again?
Always with clever suggestions. Maybe you should sit.
Okay.
I can stand.
Maybe I should sit.
What is going on?
Inquisitor, I want you to know that I am your friend. I will always be your friend.
Oh, well, that's...
So I hope to give you sound advice on this momentous day. Do what is in your heart, my friend, no matter what anyone might tell you.
I'm confused.
I really can't imagine what you mean.
I'm talking about marriage.
What?
Marriage?
I can't even begin to imagine what they will make of a Kunari consort, but if... You're not proposing to anyone.
Wait, what?
I am going to kill Varric. Why do I believe everything he says? Why?
Varric told you that?
He said I was going to propose?
He mentioned a proposal. I suppose I filled in the blanks. Or he did this on purpose. That dwarf gets entirely too much joy from my discomfort.
This is hilarious. Oh my god. I mean, you know, maybe I will get married.
I might get married. I've thought about it.
I suspected as much. Being Inquisitor has brought you good things. Many good things. But only a few have been by your choice. Take what happiness you can from those and do not let them go. That is all I meant to say. Advice from a friend for the days to come.
Cassandra is so sweet. I've always liked her. Like, she's just grown on me so much, and the fact that she was so anxious to wish me congratulations in my so-called proposal was very, very sweet. I absolutely loved that interaction. While we're here, take a look at this beautiful view. Wow, you can see right out into the Orlesian countryside. Villages and stuff. Very nice. Another bone. These bones are everywhere. Alright, let's see who else we can find. Aha, I see a familiar face here in the corner. Hey, man.
Fashionably late. I thought you weren't gonna show.
I would have let you know.
I gave you my word we would talk, and I never break my word.
Easy there. I was just teasing. So tell me everything that happened while I was away. And after the betrayal and what I put those men through, my sorries were worth about as much as shit.
Do you feel any better?
Are you glad you at least tried to apologize?
It's hard to say. I go back and forth most days. They needed to know that there's a way to come back from anything. And I wanted to help them if I could. I thought going up there on the gallows was difficult. This was worse. 100 times worse. Anyway, it's nice to be back. Though I'm not sure what to think of this council. No matter what, you know you can always count on my sword arm and my friendship.
Let me try.
Your aim is atrocious. I'm embarrassed for you.
Think you can do better?
Same old Blackwall. Had a little fun, but glad to hear he's trying to work through some of his past issues. Even if his apologies aren't being well received, I still think it's important that he's trying to make them, you know? And, oh, right. Who do we have over here? Who haven't we caught up with yet? We haven't seen Vivian. We haven't seen Cullen. Oh, hey! Cullen has a dog. Maybe he'll want the treats. Look at this big floofy boy.
There. You're to dodge, not catch. If that ball were a fireball, you'd be dead.
You found a dog?
They don't breed Mabari in Olay. The merchant said he was abandoned. Perhaps
No.
his owners tired of the novelty.
That's awful.
Poor boy. Well, he seems happy now.
Another Ferelden trapped at the Winter Palace. I couldn't leave him to that fate. Besides, I think he likes me.
You should show him Ferelden.
You could take him to Ferelden sometime. He should know where he came from.
I did promise my sister a visit. She might try to spoil you. Remember who you report to. The Inquisition will change after this. I'm not yet sure what that will mean. Whatever happens, our people, you, Liliana, Josephine, will have my support in whatever form you require.
Will it include dog training?
If your support comes with that of your new friend, I'm sold. I know a useful ally when I see one.
You can help. Dodge this, and I'll find overpriced Orlesian dog treats before we go.
Okay, hang on now. Speaking of overpriced Orlesian dog treats... Aha! I can place treats in the basket, and I'm actually getting increases to my constitution for doing so. Not only are we making Doge happy, but I'm literally becoming stronger, so... I'll take it. What do we have here? A reminder. While the gazebo is available for festive occasions, deposits are non-refundable in cases of flood, fire, or imperial whim. Book accordingly. Hey, here's Vivian.
Darling, you made it. Excellent. I scheduled this appointment ages ago, and they do appreciate punctuality.
Appointment?
With the Imperial Garden Spa, of course.
What?
You work so hard, my dear. I wanted to treat you.
Wow, thanks. Sounds like fun.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Of course it is, darling. That's the only kind I have.
I'm down for a spa day. Is this the Kunari's first spa day? Probably.
What are the cheese wheels for?
It pains me that you even have to ask. You've clearly been living too long in barely civilized conditions.
Sarah?
Did you hear something?
Relax, darling. It's spa day. How have you been? It seems ages since we've spoken. No doubt this peace conference is boring you to death. I can hardly blame you. So much hot air.
Does the council concern you?
How do you think the conference will end? What do you think they'll decide?
It's all foolish posturing. The nations of Thedas know they can only politely ask the Inquisition to be on its way.
Why are there hams everywhere?
Don't you feel better, my dear? This place really does work miracles.
What happened?
Darling, it's spa day. Don't fret. You'll undo all the good they've done. Come along, Inquisitor. They have other appointments, you know.
Wow, that was so much fun. I cannot believe I relaxed in a spa with cheese wheels on my eyes. I didn't have that on the bingo card for today. I love how Sarah was doing something with hams behind us. Let's see what we got in this book here. Oh, it's chapter 15 of Varric's book. I should see how many chapters I have sometime and read them all in one go. I've just been picking up miscellaneous chapters here and there, so... Alright guys, well, we have caught up with all of our companions now, minus Dorian. But he is apparently the ambassador. So, what we will do is we will call it a day here. I hope you've had as many laughs today as I have. This has been absolutely great, getting a chance to catch up with all of our friends. And I'm looking forward to continue doing so, including Dorian, the Tevinter ambassador, and the Orlesian and Ferelden ambassadors as well. So thanks everyone so much for being here for our first episode of the final arc of Dragon Age Inquisition. And hopefully I will see you guys back here again real soon for some more adventures in Trespasser.